Carlos and Ryan, and we know that you're dying to hear what we have to say today. I say we hear what we have to say today. It's the blank. Fill it in. Fill it in. Fill it in. Yeah.
Cool. This is weird, man. Super weird doing this virtual shit again.
Back to square one.
I feel like we're back in the OG COVID days.
Yeah, man.
It's terrible.
Yeah, well, fuck Doug Ford. Fuck Doug Ford. Fuck Doug Ford. Anyways, young world. You're gonna take a sip?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh dear. Anyways, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is the blank New Year's edition 2021 with Carlos and Ryan.
Get dance hall siren.
Yeah.
Again, absolute madness.
Yeah. We made it. End of the year. End of the year.
Surprisingly, man.
Yeah, man. You believe it?
Super surprising.
Come Saturday, it's going to be a whole ass new year.
The crazy thing is this year felt like it flew so quickly, but yet so slow at the same time. And I remember just like being like, holy shit, it's already December. Or like around November, I'm like, oh man, Christmas is in a month. And like New Year's is in a month. And then all of a sudden, like, boom, literally the next day.
Damn.
Yeah.
And here we are, dude. It was just yesterday. We just started our first episode.
I know, right?
And now here we are, 30 plus episodes later. The end of the year. The end of the year extravaganza. We done made it, man. Let's take a shot. Let's take a shot.
Whoa.
I'm not going to show the bottle due to, advertising reasons. And, well, because we're very cancelable, I'm not trying to plummet the stock market for this company. So let's have a shot.
So whoever has an alcohol in their hand while listening to this, cheers to you.
Cheers here. And to hoping you have a good 2022.
Lovely. First thing I do want to
smooth, real smooth.
First thing I do want to say is happy Thursday. Definitely, even though it happens to be the New Year's Eve or New Year's almost Thursday, it's still a Thursday. So happy Thursday. Thank you for joining us for another episode this week. I'm sure you can already tell if you are, I guess, watching the YouTube. I guess some people just listen to our audio, but if you are watching the YouTube, we're doing the virtual thing this time around. Unfortunate circumstances, we definitely would have preferred to do this one in person. It would have been a lot more fun, that's for sure.
Yes.
But we're still gonna make it good. We're still gonna have great conversation. I first off do want to apologize just because the delay of last week actually was more on my part. There was just a lot going on in relation to family, certain like current situations in relation to the environment we're going on with COVID at the moment. We have this new Megatron, Omnicron, Gundam Wing variant,
Decepticon,
that happened to be kind of taking over and spreading. And I'm not going to get too much into detail about it, but there's a couple of close contacts. Just a couple of risky factors, and then even just today, another one of the reasons why Carlos and I are sort of doing it virtual. We're hoping that by next week we should be okay to be able to do this in person, but I do want to apologize just about the delay in it, because I definitely do feel terrible about it, because we produce something every week for our listeners that happen to tune in every week, or even just watch our Instagram. Even if you don't happen to listen like fully, that kind of stuff is consistent for us, and we do appreciate you calling in and commenting in. And I know that we got a good comment about our music the last time, which is dope. And I'm glad to hear that. But I do apologize yet again. It's definitely something that Carlos and I definitely don't want to do, and we're hoping that going forward we shouldn't have to do it again. But just due to unfortunate circumstances, it happened to work out this way. But yeah.
So overall, in summary, this was all Ryan's fault, and we will leave it at that. And yeah, that's about it for that. But no, in all seriousness, for those who are worrying, everyone is okay on both sides. Everyone's safe and sound. We're doing what we're doing to get where we want to go. But we're in the clear now, and hopefully next week, COVID aside, we hope to get back together and continue the shindig in the new year. New year, new us.
Just for
next week.
Yeah,
but we're gonna definitely kick things off on this year-end special by playing a little game.
Oh,
I got a game for you, Ryan.
Oh, interesting. Already.
Yes. So as everyone can tell, Ryan, as wise as he is a pretty old person in the mind and doesn't remember much. So I have a game of did it happen this year or not?
I hope it's like current events.
Well, we shall see. It's simple, really.
Ryan, remember that one time you owed me $10?
Yeah. Did that happen this year? Or was that 5 years ago back at the counter?
Remember 10 years ago, we're at Wendy's, you didn't have your wallet on you.
Yeah. So I'm just going to mention I'm just going to mention these events. All you have to do is tell me if it happened this year. And if you get bonus points, if you can tell me what year, if it didn't happen this year. All right. Old man Ryan, are you ready?
All right, I'm going to try.
All right. We'll start off with I hope, an easy one. The Capitol Hill attack.
Oh, that had to be happen? This year.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That did, in fact, happen this year.
Okay, yeah. See? It happened this year. I can't even... It had to be... I don't even know. Around the end of his term. Mr. Big T over there. But, yeah, that shit was fucked up.
Yeah?
Even just to reflect on, like, that event.
Move back a little bit. I'm trying to see your cute face.
Sorry.
All right.
Let me bring my camera down.
All right.
But to reflect back on that situation, like absolutely wild. That had to be one of the craziest.
It literally started off the year with that.
One of definitely the craziest things that happened in probably our lifetimes. Like that's gonna go down.
I'd say, that's easily gonna 100% gonna go down, and their kids are gonna talk about that for generations to come.
Like absolutely crazy,
insane.
Every time, like back in school, you'd read like something wild in a history book or like during history class. That's going to be in a history book sometime in the future. You know what I mean? So it's going to be really interesting to see exactly how that's portrayed 20 years from now, even just to see how wild America is in relation to like politics and shit like that happening. Like, absolutely crazy. So that's a great event. Not
oh boy, yikes. Oh dear.
In terms of like impact.
I know it's a new year, but bro, you can't just be saying shit
big
like
Trump,
that.
Man. Big
Trump. My god.
My homeboy Big T.
God damn. Big T, baby. Big T, baby.
What did you think of the event? What did you think about the Capitol?
I thought it was insane. I was working, and then I'm just like hearing, oh, they were gonna riot the Capitol. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna go through with it. Yeah. And lo and behold, they actually went in. They're freaking, spray painting and breaking shit down.
Yeah,
people got shot.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
and there was one actor who's not big. He's not very big. He actually got caught at the Capitol attack, partaking, and they fired him.
Wow.
And a few people got charged for it. People going to jail for it. It's funny to me. It's just like Trump is like, I will be there with you, and then they go there. It's like, where's Trump?
He was just like, yo, I was playing.
Hey, look, y'all should go home, okay?
I went down to tie my shoe, and all y'all,
all you guys are there. I'm sorry. There's people on TikTok begging him for his help. People who got arrested that are begging for his help.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, no.
There was definitely some live ruined because of that event.
It made for great TV though.
It was on them. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
What can you do? What can you do? All right, we'll go on with the next one. Jeffrey Epstein dying.
That had to
Was that
be
this
like
year?
a year before, I think. It could have been the year past. I don't.
But
think.
you are saying this? It definitely did.
I think it was 2022. Yeah, I don't think it happened.
2022.
I mean, sorry, 2020.
2020.
Sorry, this wine's already got me, man.
Yeah, you're already goofed up, sir. And he still drinks it, ladies and gentlemen. He's blaming the wine, and he's still drinking. Oh boy. Oh boy.
But I gotta say 2020. I think.
Yeah.
Was when that big thing died, and it was like a huge thing too.
That was quite a. Well, I mean, it was quite a large deal considering that the cameras were on him 24/7, and then that one particular moment it went out. All right, Illuminati members, please show yourself. We know who you are. We know who you are. So you are correct. It did not happen this year, but it happened in 2019.
Oh shit! So I had the year wrong.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's okay.
I remember like how society really portrayed that as like a big conspiracy theory. I don't know if it was like more of a meme or if it was actually serious. How people?
It probably. Well, I mean, I would imagine it's serious. Why not? Because you're talking about Donald Trump, who was very good friends with Epstein. Well, you know, he went to. Did he go to? I believe he went to the islands with him.
But
they were very.
The impact of like his death and it being a conspiracy played such a huge role in the timing of like what people were saying and the jokes and the memes that were out there. Like, oh, Epstein didn't kill himself was a huge thing for at least like 4 months, I would say. I think. Yeah. And I'm not even big on like social media or like during the times of keeping up with the times, but I just remember being online on like Reddit and seeing it everywhere, or like playing Call of Duty on Xbox or something like that, and then seeing some dude with his name Epstein didn't kill himself or something like that, which is super weird. But yeah, I agree with you. He was a pretty big name
for quite some time, still to this day.
Yeah.
All right, next topic. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And he takes a drink of the wine. Ladies and gentlemen, aside from the game, Ryan taking a drink is very concerning, and I hope in his New Year's resolution that he limits that. All right, thoughts to myself aside. Okay, well, thoughts to myself aside. We'll continue with the next topic. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry quitting the royal family. Did that happen this year, or?
It seems like 2020. Or maybe even 2019. I don't think it happened this year. I feel like that was a big. Yeah, that's my final answer. I think that was a big. I'm not huge on the royal family, but I know people who are. Like my roommate's a big. I think like a royal family like follower to like watch and like listen and see all the dramatics and stuff like that. And I guess it is a huge thing because us living in Canada, and we have like that constitutional monarchy shit going on here.
Answer the fucking question. Answer the fucking question.
No, it did not happen in this year. I don't think.
What year did it happen?
I'm gonna go 2019, late 2019, October.
Late 2019. Okay. Well, you are correct. It did not happen this year, but you were correct the first time. It happened in 2020.
Oh shit!
Come on.
Is that a big deal to you, Carlos? The royal family.
The royal family.
Yeah. Do you consider that like something that you'd watch over and you care about?
Of course I do. They're in charge of my taxes. Fuck.
That's true too.
Come on, dude. Our taxes are going to that family and shit, dude.
Yeah.
Of course.
My taxes is paying for those.
It would be nice to pay for a black person for once, to put my money into. And then the one time, and now they can't. Now I can't. Now it's all white people again. But yes. Yes.
The 10,000 thread garment they got for their bedding and shit like that. We'd be paying for it.
Right?
It's too funny.
Jesus. Anyways, we'll go on to the next one. Trump being blocked on social media. Was that this year or another year?
I think that's got to be during his
Presidency.
his presidency. I think it was, or even maybe a little bit afterwards. So I'm gonna say not this year. I'm gonna say 2020, like early 2020.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
That is incorrect. It did in fact happen this year.
What?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah. You are drunk. You need help.
And that's the end of the episode, guys.
Yeah,
Happy New
that's
Year.
it. That's it. This wasn't even a game. This is just basically
It's just to get right down to the
It's an intervention. It's an intervention. Okay, let's go on with the next one. Oh yeah, sorry. Did you?
I was gonna say, what did you think about the whole censorship of the guy?
I thought it was scary.
Why is it scary?
I thought because for a country who's so big on freedom of speech, to block literally the leader of the country,
yeah,
it says a lot of contradiction right there. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of Trump, but like, even if I disagree with someone, I would not want someone's opinion to be not heard. It's a scary thought to see that, regardless of any political views, that your opinion is not being heard simply because of you may think differently from somebody else.
Yeah,
that's all.
That is true.
So yeah, it's concerning.
You can now tune into Carlos's views on censorship.
Oh boy, that's why I wanted to announce there will be a spin-off podcast where I'll just go off on my thoughts on.
Yeah, I can't politically be there.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do for the next year. The Summer Olympics in Tokyo.
That happened this year, I think.
You're telling me the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo happened this year?
Yeah, and I think they did that, from my understanding, if I even remember this summer. It's because of COVID. So fuck you, COVID.
Oh boy.
That delay in itself, I think that happened this year. Yeah.
Are you sure? It has 2020 in the name.
Right? I know, motherfucker.
Oh boy. Oh Jesus.
But
that is correct. No. It happened this year.
I'm a huge Olympian fan, man. Like
I love the fan.
I love the Olympian. The Olympics.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I'm a big Olympics fan. Carlos knows I rep Canada gear. I've been repping Canada gear since I was a youth. I love watching the Olympics. I love repping Canada stuff. So,
oh dear.
Every Olympics and even winter gear, I'll go to the Hudson's Bay and get all the Canada Olympic gear for their that season.
No love for Cambodia.
Oh, Cambodia doesn't make it. I think we had like 2 people in this year from Cambodia, and I think they're both swimmers or something like that. I think.
That's a lot.
I don't know.
That's a lot.
Right. I don't know. Something like that.
You sure you don't want your own podcast talking about why you love white people? All right, we'll move on to the next one. Kim Jong-un's death rumors. There was rumors swirling that Kim Jong-un had died, and people were not sure. So did this happen this year or not?
No, that was definitely not this year. It couldn't have been this year, I don't think. I think it had to be last year, 2020. I don't remember exactly when, but that was actually funny as hell too. It's like TMZ on this fucking dictator dude. I'm just kidding. North Korea, I'm just playing around,
We have that one South Korean listening, dude.
Dude,
don't put this person's life in danger, man. But yes, you are correct. It did not happen this year, and it did in fact happen last year. Good work, sir. Good work. The vaccine arrival. When did that happen? This year or not?
Oh, it's definitely got to be early this year. Yeah, like April, May, I think. Something like that. I think it had to be this year. Just due to like the timing of vaccines, but even just the whole like vaccine conversation, like that was wild. And like there's still people who, even though Carlos and I have been repping vaccines since the jump and when they started coming out.
Because that's what's popping at the time. Because me and Ryan are sheep.
But in this case, there's still a lot of people out there that probably still don't have their vaccines. You know what I mean? And I hope that you guys are doing okay and staying safe, and you don't get the sickness or anything like that. But definitely,
I got the sickness
go get
for the thickness. Sorry, all the alcohol is.
If you sick, stay home.
But if you thick.
But if you thick.
Oh, damn.
No, what is it?
Oh, Jesus.
Stay home if you sick. Come over if you
thick.
Hashtag COVID-19. Oh my God. We need a blank t-shirt with that on.
Yeah, just like COVID-19.
Hashtag COVID-19, man.
Oh, shit, man.
We just lost all of our women viewers.
Yeah, all the women viewers are just like gone. Whatever. Well, we risked it. The Black Lives Matters protest.
There's still protesting going on, I guess. Right?
Is there
maybe not as huge.
The height of the coverage.
The height of the coverage definitely had to be, I think, last year. It was definitely during the George Floyd era, which is 2020. And then, funny enough, to go back to one of our old episodes, which is
it
Dave
funny?
Chappelle.
Is it funny?
Well, the funny part is the Dave Chappelle episode that we had, and then me falling asleep during Dave's huge, important documentary that I don't remember.
Talking about the Black Lives, and Ryan slept. And he slept.
I didn't sleep on purpose. I'm sorry, man. It wasn't.
He got drunk and he slept. He was sitting there all like Black Lives
during the most important time of the whole night,
the entire show. Wow.
But I gotta go with last year, from my understanding.
Okay. All right.
And rest in peace to George Floyd.
Yes, of course. That is correct. And it did, in fact, happen last year. Okay. And last, Josiane Maxwell being found guilty.
Oh, shit. See, the funny thing is we didn't even get into our recent events because we jumped right into this game. But the funny thing is, talking about the Epstein thing, this relates so much into it. And I'm sure that anybody who's watched the news as of the last week or so, you definitely know. I think Carlos has been more of a follower of this case than I have, but I definitely have been listening to a little bit of news here and there about it. But Carlos, tell us when it happened, because you know what happened and what you can tell us about that case, because that case is real fucked up.
Indeed it is. Do you know when that happened, though?
Oh, it had to be yesterday?
Just checking.
Yesterday or
all
today?
Right, you passed. It was
like
just yesterday that she was found guilty. 5 of 6 counts. But that is a great segue to jump into recent news. Recent. Fill in the blank.
Let's talk about that judgment, because that has to be one of the wildest cases.
It's the closest thing we'll have to the Illuminati coming to light, I think.
Really? Like the whole QAnon shit?
QAnon?
Or because isn't it like the QAnon movement, it didn't originally start with talking about high-powered people being pedophiles and shit? That was wasn't that the kind of start to it? And then all of a sudden now QAnon's some next shit now with anti-vax.
Well, aren't they far right? Aren't they far right politicals? They do believe in conspiracies.
Yeah, it's something like that. I think I was watching.
But I think they just believe in conspiracies and they try to prove it. But I think this is just one of those things where oh shit, they really are running a pedophile ring, and it actually is true. That's the closest thing we'll have to those conspiracies coming to light.
Yeah. It is pretty fucking wild. So,
Yes.
Carlos, tell me, and then our viewers who don't know about this case,
If you don't know, read a book, read a literature, because y'all fucked up if y'all ain't messing with this story. All right.
But yeah, Carlos, please give us like a
So
synopsis of what's going on
basically,
here.
Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Glizzy Maxwell.
Glizzy, yeah, the Glizzy Maxwell. The Glizzy Maxwell. We'll call her the Glizzy.
Glizz gang.
Yeah. Glizz gang all day. That's what Ryan, that's where you'll catch Ryan next outside the courtroom when she receives her sentencing. Glizz gang. Free Glizzy.
Free Glizzy.
Free Glizzy.
Out of all seriousness, no, like no
Yeah.
no disrespect to any of the victims in that case. We're just joking around. Glizz gang though.
Jesus. Oh my god. But yes,
Carlos, man, this is like what? See,
what, man? You started it. Glizz gang, free the Glizzy. You'll free the Glizzy. Free the Glizzy.
Yet again,
trying to free the Glizzy.
No.
And there's gonna be a bunch of dudes there for a completely different reason. Free the Glizzy, man.
Oh my god, man.
Okay.
She's a terrible person.
Allegedly.
Convicted, man.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she's a horrible person. Yeah.
Sorry,
but
go ahead.
Yeah. So they were married for quite a while, and Jeffrey Epstein had this island where he would invite his friends to, I guess, prey on underage girls. Ghislaine Maxwell was responsible for bringing in some of the girls to said island. And she is just as guilty, if not probably even more guilty, for involving these girls. But no, I'd say just as guilty. Yeah, so she was found guilty on 5 of the 6 counts. Sentencing, we're not sure, but she could be facing like decades in prison if sentencing goes well. I'm not sure when the sentencing will go down, but that'll be interesting. I was actually looking forward to see the names she'd mentioned as to who took part. Prince Andrew, if I would bet my mortgage he took part 110%.
The crazy thing about Prince Andrew's name, and over the last couple of days, I've had the news on the background consistently for 8 hours a day while I'm working. And because this just happened over the last day or so, it's been pretty huge news. So funny thing about the case in itself, Prince Andrew and one of the victims, I think when she was like 14, she's actually, I believe, the only one that testified with her real name in the court or in the case, so everyone knows her. And then she stated that Prince Andrew at one point in time like met up with Glizzy Mr. Epstein, fucking Epstein, and then Prince Andrew when she was like 14 or something like that. And then they obviously did all those fucking terrible things to her. And then after him being accused, he came out and said, "Oh, I have no idea who this girl is. I've never met her in my entire life." But there's a picture on the internet that you can go look up of him,
and
like,
they are literally embracing,
embracing each other, and like his hand around her waist and stuff like that. So it's just like he's
a horrible liar.
Yeah, pretty fucking despicable.
Yes.
Now we have like photo evidence that's like all around the internet, and you're still playing like you don't know this girl.
It's a queen's son right there, dude.
Yeah, like straight piece of shit. But definitely one thing I do agree with you, that is pretty close to like the whole Illuminati feel.
I think so.
To jump back to our conspiracy theory episode, and for those who haven't seen that, please go watch that. It's a great episode where me and Carl fucking have tons of fun talking about conspiracy theories. But in this case, like, that's fucking wild because it's like the British family or the royal family being involved in this like scum shit. Fucking nuts. Sorry, that was like a huge
Damn,
tangent. Go ahead, Carl. Sorry.
damn, man. Wow, that was you went off there. Free Glizzy. Anyways, yeah. What? What? Um, yeah, but phew, that the sentencing was interesting. Yeah, I expected more names to be dropped. But who knows? Maybe the sentencing will come around and she'll be like, "Hey, I got the names, I got your peoples," and she'll probably want to spend less years in prison. But we shall. Or who knows? Maybe the Illuminati might get to her before the sentencing comes. It
That is
happened to the
true.
homeboy Epstein.
That
Who
is true.
knows? Who knows? But we still got time. Other news. I don't really know anything. I haven't been keeping.
I'm gonna go
Last.
with I'll go with two more. One of the
Okay,
big first things, and one of the reasons why I'm wearing a hockey jersey today. Go
here we
Leafs.
go.
But COVID actually canceled the juniors.
Oh, that is big news. What
World
Ontario
Juniors,
announced
which is
today?
pretty fucking consistent throughout all of the years. Are under, I believe it's under 19 or under 18 hockey teams around the world. All come together for a specific tournament, usually around Boxing Day, Christmas time. And they canceled it due to COVID. I think it's been actually the first time. I don't think they canceled it last year, but pretty fucking wild, man. Like, and I fully get it, and great on them for actually doing it because it definitely keeps all the players safe. And these guys are young, and you definitely don't want to have that as like a spreader event, but definitely odd because hockey is a huge deal in Canada.
Are they signing 10-day players?
Fuck. Oh, the NBA signing all these 10-day
I don't get
players.
it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Bro,
Gross,
you
man.
could
They could
literally
you could
be,
make the NBA in the next 10
bro,
days.
I've literally, if I walk down, Rogers Center or Scotiabank Arena enough, I think literally one person will come out. Nick Nurse would walk out, you, come here. I literally think that would happen. It's crazy. So for those who are not knowing what we're referencing, the NBA is signing a bunch of either retired or just people who don't play for the NBA normally, players to a 10-day contract to play instead of the star players who are currently in isolation due to COVID. I don't get it. What's the purpose of signing these folks for 10 days? Like, that's just more money you're spending because you have to cover the fees for this. You're still paying these players, but you still have to pay. Now you have to pay for these new players. Why not just like close the league down for a little bit?
Yeah,
That's okay too.
The weird thing is that Adam Silver, and Adam Silver is this, like, CEO, owner, head honcho of the NBA, and he said that he has no plans on closing it down. But then you have what it seems like almost like 33% of the league, at least like 1/3, or maybe even half the league has COVID. So then they have to take off 2 weeks isolate, or now 5 days, according to the CDC, to isolate, which causes like the struggle of having to sign these guys for 10 days, extra money spent just to keep the league going.
These guys don't know the plays.
It's fucking,
they're just,
yeah, it's super weird, man. Like, super, super weird what's going on with COVID. COVID's really fucking up sports.
It's just like,
yeah.
I can't, who the hell is Dikembe and why is he from Congo playing for the Raptors? You know what I mean? Why is Dikembe Mutombo coming out of retirement playing for the Rockets again? Like, what the hell's going on here? You know what I mean?
They just signed Bo Jackson again.
Yeah,
they signed Bo Jackson to come play ball instead of
that football. Would be. Bo Jackson was a bit of a player too back in the day, from what I've understood. He wasn't professional, but I heard he was pretty good.
But sports news, definitely sports news. The one thing I found really fucking interesting, and I'm sure that a lot of our listeners and our viewers will find interesting, but I don't know if you've heard the news recently with NASA. And they started this program, or I've been working on this program called DART. DART.
That's DART?
Yeah, like throwing darts.
I see.
Kind of thing. So for those who haven't or don't know about it, it's actually an acronym for double asteroid redirection testing, or test, or something like that.
If this is your way of announcing that the world is going to end soon, then Very
So
laxed.
pretty much, NASA's coming out with this program specifically because I think that there's a specific asteroid that is not necessarily en route to hit Earth, but potentially can hit Earth at one point in time in the near future. And supposedly it's like the width of 150 kilometers or something like that. So if you can picture 150 kilometers, fucking beaming at the Earth at a certain rate of speed, it can definitely cause certain issues.
It's a big deal.
That's how the dinosaurs fucking died.
Yes.
If you believe in dinosaurs.
What?
I don't know. Maybe some of our viewers don't.
Who would it? I would love whoever doesn't believe in dinosaurs come on the show. I'll roast you right to your face.
I will invite you personally.
I will. You know what? I will literally make sure you're comfortable, just so I can obliterate you on camera.
But no, I'm sure there's some people who don't believe in dinosaurs. I don't know. I believe in dinosaurs.
Go ahead.
But in this case, so an asteroid that big could potentially, if it hits Earth at a certain point, I'm not a physician, like a physicist or an asteroid person specialist, but I'm sure that it would cause devastating consequences if it does happen to hit it. So NASA comes out with this program called DART. And pretty much what they're doing is they're sending a satellite into Earth, into the like orbit or space, that potentially can go and try to hit the asteroid, so it breaks it up before it hits Earth. And that's their whole like preventative measure to be able to ensure that humanity survives in full. And the crazy thing is that it's a couple months away, but in September 22, the 26th, so the 26th of September of the year coming up, they're actually planning on taking the satellite and trying to hit the asteroid that's supposed to be out there. So watch out for that in September. We're definitely going to talk about that, in that future episode, because I'm definitely going to bring it up, if not Carlos. Super interesting. It's almost like, hey, the end of the world potentially is coming or could come. So you have humanity or the human race trying to, jumpstart or prevent that from happening, asteroid-wise. I don't know.
Reminds me of the movie Have you seen Don't Look Up on Netflix?
I have
It's
not.
literally about an asteroid that's coming to hit the Earth, and they're doing everything they can to destroy it.
Oh, really?
It just came out last week.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh, I thought I saw maybe the commercial for that or something like that. Is Leonardo in that?
Yeah, Leonardo,
Yeah,
Jennifer Lawrence, Meryl Streep. It's a stacked movie cast for a Netflix movie.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I'll check it out. Maybe like a recommendation.
Yeah, we'll go into our recommendations for sure. But yeah, Carlos, man, fucking the end of one of the worst years that humanity's probably ever run into in relation to economics.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was last
modern
year
day. Modern day.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, like to end it off like that, to know that potentially COVID ain't even shit when you got an asteroid. Fuck, what do you think about that? That's wild.
What do you want me to say? Just an asteroid, I just know that if the asteroid is coming and the world is going to end, that episode's gonna be wild. We're just gonna say some foul-ish, and the fact that I don't have to worry about cancel culture getting us.
Should be talking to everything.
Yeah, oh boy.
Everything you've ever wanted.
I want all the smoke. So if NASA for some strange reason ends up saving us last minute, yikes. Throw me to jail. Lock me up. Throw away the key. Yeah, man, because damn. I mean, yeah, it's a scary thought, when the world's ending and you're not really prepared for it. At the same time, I think people are making far too much money to let the world end just yet. So they'll do whatever in their power to make sure to stop it. So just hoping that they don't, but who knows? Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, just the reflection on this past year, with all of these new like variants and it like multiplying and changing
Autobots.
itself. Fucking Autobots, Gundam Wing, crossover.
Yeah.
The Power Ranger fucking
Yeah.
robot.
Yeah.
All of that kind of stuff. It almost seems like the world is actually not coming to an end, I would say, but there's definitely like disaster going on, it seems, you know. And like even not from like the natural aspect of it, and you know, get back to conspiracy. Who knows if COVID's natural or not, but but in this case, it's almost like, man, even just like the future economic shit that we're gonna have to go through after this, it's gonna be really fucking interesting to see how like the world reacts to COVID, and if we do get back to normal, how many more like even our housing fucking crisis. Carlos and I bring it up all the fucking time, or like you know, like poverty, things like that. You know, what is going to be the end? Oh my god, Carlos, man.
What? They have to know. Oh, is the asteroid not coming yet? Oh, I started too early. I'm sorry, guys. Yikes. Whoops.
Yeah. The world is in a definitely rough place.
Hey, it is what it is, you know. Oh boy. But let's lighten up the moods. It's Ryan at the Bum Us Down.
I'm sorry. I'm the end of the year, man. I just gotta reflect.
Oh yes, of course. So nothing brings the end of the year cheer like, hey, we're all gonna die. Right? Hey guys, new year, new destruction of the planet. Am I right?
All y'all motherfuckers is fucked.
Dead. But yes, let's talk about New Year's resolutions. Do you have any? There we go. Sorry, I asked everyone. I'm sorry. Oh boy.
Look, I'm just trying to build myself a bomb shelter.
Yeah.
All y'all motherfuckers. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. New Year's resolutions has always been like an odd thing to me. I've never really taken into consideration too many like resolutions. I know modern day resolutions is like a huge thing. You know, whether it is to work out or to maybe just save a little bit more, eat healthier, quit smoking, quit drinking, whatever it may be.
You said the quit drinking part very quickly. It's almost as if you don't want that on your list.
Trying to quickly slide it in to represent everybody else, but not myself.
I see.
But in this case, no, I don't know. I can't really think of one at the moment. I haven't really been thinking about it either. But what about you, Carlos? Do you have any resolutions for 2022?
Actually wrote them down.
Oh, word. I'm excited to hear them. And for anybody who has any sort of New Year's resolutions, please hit us up. I would love to have a conversation, so with Carlos, to be able to talk about exactly your resolutions. So shoot us an email, hit us up on Instagram. You know, we'll definitely be here to be able to answer all of that.
Or not, due to the end of the world and stuff. So who knows?
Carlos will be here. Carlos is going to survive.
Oh, wow. That would be interesting. I'd have myself what's the name of that Will Smith movie?
Yeah, I was supposed to say.
Instead of me just going out hunting.
Carlos,
I do this podcast. Oh my god!
Doing the podcast by myself.
I do the podcast by myself.
I would go try stand-up comedy.
This is the plague. I do stand-up comedies for zombies trying to eat me.
The one episode of The Simpsons where it's like the Halloween episode where Homer, like, an atomic bomb goes off and all of Springfield pretty much dies, and Homer just goes and does a bunch of stupid shit, like going in the theaters by himself.
I don't remember that one.
No? Oh god,
I don't think so.
We gotta
I'll definitely watch it. Get back to you on that one. But here's my New Year's resolutions for the show, not for myself. I'm not out of my comfort zone yet to talk about that yet. Well, actually, there is one thing. Probably to visit my kids more. Have I not mentioned? Oh, yeah, I'm a bit of a deadbeat dad. So
Well,
your support
there's
of
a
the show
first. There's
would
a
go a
first
long.
bomb.
Your support of the show would go a long way. So child support is not cheap. Not cheap. No, I am not a father, but I could be next year if the right lady, if the right lady's out there.
2022.
2022. Anyways, for the show, I would prefer more guests.
Oh, definitely.
I want more guests.
I think our first episode with the guest went very, very well.
I love that episode. Yeah. I really did like that episode.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it a lot.
Definitely looking out for more guests. Yeah. If we definitely have a couple of interesting people in our lives to be able to bring on. We just have to kind of set it up properly, and we're definitely going through the trials and tribulations of getting set up properly. Right. Hopefully in our future studio.
Boom, 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 boom.
But
that'll be nice.
Yeah, definitely one thing we need to look forward to. But yeah, I'm with you on that one, Carlos, for sure.
Obviously more interesting topics. Maybe we can go in depth, more riskier topics.
Risque.
As if we haven't done risque already. But it's never bad to deal with more riskier.
I think there's definitely topics out there that we can definitely talk about. I think that Carlos and I talk a lot about cancel culture in full. And I hate to say this, but I don't think we're big enough to even be canceled as of yet.
That's fair.
But it's good to Carlos and I both don't believe in like censorship and stuff like that. So definitely I'm with you on that one too. I think we need to maybe outreach or reach out a little bit more in relation to the topics and get a little bit more sensitive, and a little bit more maybe offensive.
But I'm just saying, if we do end up getting big and they look back at these past episodes,
you're deleting the history.
We'll just delete the history.
I'm throwing my hard drive out the window.
Yeah. These episodes never happen. I guess a bit more personal, more relatable in terms of my stories. I mentioned, I want to relate more to everybody, to get out of my shell a little bit. I feel like I tell these stories, I try to be funny, but at the same time, I would like to be more, personable with the fans because they deserve it, I
think quickly go on to comment on that. I think that, and for anybody that is listening to get outside of the podcast realm, constructive criticism is a huge thing. And if there's certain things that people, you want to hear, or maybe, that you'd like to talk about, or even if there's something that you don't like about our podcast, please hit us up.
Literally anything.
We take constructive criticism really well. We're never going to try and cancel you on your end or anything that put up a bad review on your business. Shit.
Not from our account, at least. Not from our personal account.
In this case, constructive criticism is a huge thing. So please, if there's anything that you have to say about us and how we can kind of better ourselves as podcasters, then please let us know. I would say.
Interesting. Better production.
Oh yeah.
We want to do that. Well, I think we're gonna do the whole
lights
thing
and
with the
shit.
room. I think the room is a very big step.
The problem, I think the thing about it is that having a certain space for it, like for our previous episodes, for those who've watched our YouTube videos, you've definitely seen a lot of my bedroom, a lot of Carlos's background and like my own backgrounds of exactly where we're sitting at that point in time. But to be able to have a designated space, to be able to play with that space and to add to it and make it like our sort of culture and be creative with it, I think it's going to be interesting, and hopefully me and Carlos can focus on that this year. Now that I've kind of hopefully gotten this space, and we can grow from there.
And in terms of that, maybe episodes, because I know we're going to Cuba next year.
Oh,
do you want to do an episode?
Hold me to it.
I don't know.
October 2022, Carlos and I both have plans to go to the beautiful country of Cuba. So hopefully we can do something with that, whether it is vlogging, a podcast out there, whatever it may be, some sort of creative outlet. Hopefully, Carlos and I can figure out something so you can share that experience with us, because it will be huge if we can go.
That'd be nice. Yes, COVID aside, of course.
COVID aside.
COVID aside. What else was here? I'm not for this. I don't like this.
So why do we have it as a resolution if you're not for
It's
it?
just, I don't know. It's something to grow the show, I guess. TikTok?
Oh, I don't know about that. That's all you. For those who don't know, Carlos is our PR.
Which is saying a lot because I'm risking, like, I'm just, oof. I am not the typical type to tell you if it's okay to say in public or not. I do not care.
Carlos is the head of our PR and social media.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know if I should, but I guess for business purposes it'll be all right. But I don't know. I'm very nervous about that.
I guess the side question, TikTok, with it being huge, in relation to like historic fads that we've had in social media, like Vine. Do you think TikTok will last another like 2 years, let's say?
I think TikTok will last quite some time. It's not about the content really that I'm worried about, or more so of the people that are on it. I'm more so worried about the Chinese government tracking me and then using this information against me in the near future. But I want to be clear, for anyone from China or who is Chinese that listens to the show, big fan. I'm
a huge fan.
Yeah,
like, you know,
love you. Just your government scares me a little bit. That's all. But yeah, TikTok is I don't know, dude. I don't know. Because I think if we go on TikTok, we'd have to create more content, like a lot more. Like I can do it.
It's definitely a heavy content app, I would say, to be able to be relevant. But I don't know. I don't really have it, but I can see how big it is. Like it's definitely huge at this moment. Like the other day, funny story. I was at my mom's house and my aunt came over that I haven't seen in like 3 years or something, maybe 2 years. I haven't seen her in a while because of COVID.
That's but you reunited, and it must have felt
she lives like a couple hours away, so it's like it's hard to go out and see her kind of thing. But when she came over out of nowhere, was like, hey, so we're talking, and then she like brings her phone and she goes, Ryan, like, can you get me Talk on my phone? And I'm like what? And she's like Talk, and I'm like what, like a talking app or something like that? And she's like, no, it's that app. And then she like takes her phone and then shows me a video. It's like a TikTok video of like one of her friends. And I'm just like, oh, TikTok. And I'm like, yo, I don't even know how to like do. I'm like, don't your sons and like your daughters know how to use this shit? And she's like, no, but I wanna try and get it for myself, kind of thing. That's why I'm asking you. And I'm like, no. So we even have like the older generation that's reaching out,
trying to get out their shell,
trying to get into TikTok. It's absolutely crazy, and she's probably twice my age, I would think. So it's crazy how far TikTok has gone and how big it is realistically. Yeah.
Damn, man. Damn.
But Carl, that would be all you, man. You'd be a great TikTok.
Just convince me. Like, yeah, I would need someone to really convince me why it would be beneficial. But yeah, if for those listening, if you have thoughts on it, please, should we start a TikTok? Yes or no?
That's going to be in our poll for our Spotify this episode.
I'll even ask it on Instagram as one of our posts.
And we'll even ask it on Instagram. Hit us up on that one. Let us know what you think for 2022.
Okay. All right. Let us know, folks. More skits. I guess it would be for TikTok, but that's a TikTok thing. But we'll talk about that. That's fine.
Funny thing is that, and this is just like a secret kind of moment, I guess, on our New Year's episode. But Carlos and I actually have some skits recorded. I wouldn't say a shit ton, but we have a handful. a handful of like jokes and like skits that we've recorded as a side that we're hoping to use in sometime in the future, but we just haven't gotten around to be able to either edit in, find the timing for it, because sometimes jokes are not always timeless. So to be able to try and put that in, we do have somewhat of a history to be able to kind of keep locked in and hopefully bring up for the first time. So, but I definitely do agree with you. I think it would be fucking hilarious. And for our listeners that happen to be listening, a lot of that stuff is fucking funny, I think. But yeah,
I think so too.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about what we've accomplished this year.
Yeah.
Do you have any accomplishments personally that you've done this year?
I think, well, it wasn't this year, but it was within the last year. I moved out. That was a huge thing. I don't think I've ever mentioned that in one of our episodes so far, but I definitely moved out. Spent a lot more time with family that I wanted to.
Nice.
You know, definitely is one of those things going in every year, being like, hey, I need to spend mad time with my family, which I definitely done over this past year, which is huge. One of the great things. And yeah, no, I keep surviving. I think that's a great thing. I think just keep breathing, stuff like that. That's always a good thing. And the very last thing is just starting this creative outlet in itself with Carlos.
Starting the show, that's a big one.
For those who don't know, like, you know, we're definitely great conversations, great parties, stuff like that we've gone through. But I think to have a creative outlet, and this is, I reach out to anybody who's thinking about doing something, you know, creative on their end, producing something on their end, whatever it may be, definitely fucking do it.
But just don't try to compete with us, because I mean, come on. Don't play yourself, okay? Go ahead, continue.
But definitely reach out for that. You know, part of life in itself is to be able to kind of create something great, to share with people and to have your thought out there. And this is definitely one of them. So, you know, one of my biggest accomplishments is to actually jump this with Carlos and to get it rolling. And I think we have a lot more to go. But I think those are my biggest accomplishments for the last year. But what about you, Carlos? What would you say you've accomplished in this last 2021?
I got a new job.
Huge.
That was nice.
Huge.
That's it.
New job, new me, man.
Thank you all for joining this week.
That's it.
I don't know, dude. This year has been such a blur, man. I don't even know. I didn't get COVID, I guess that's a big one. Tried to go to the gym as much as I could. You know, fell off these last few months, but need to get back into space. Yeah, nothing much really personally. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I know for the show though, I wrote stuff down for the show.
Give me the show. Give me the
you know, we got the productions part down. So, you know, in terms of uploading, you know, knowing what to do and using which apps for what. Shout out to Anchor. You know, Anchor. You know, our Instagram account.
It's been doing pretty well.
You know.
Yeah, our Instagram's doing really well.
Our YouTube page.
YouTube page has been doing well.
The stickers.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say,
you know?
Yeah.
Shout out to that one person that found our sticker and mentioned it on the Instagram page there.
Yeah, at you, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
buddy. I don't have the name of the guy right now, but I shouted him out on our story.
Oh, hope. Okay, yeah. Dope.
So, yeah. Shout out to you, pal. Our very first guest on the show. Our first year, and then we got our first guest. And here's to many more. But yeah, I think this year has been again, it's been a blur. But considering all the downs that's been happening in the world, it's this is this show has been that one up that kept us going, So this is it's only the beginning, man. It's only the beginning. So who knows where this goes? And yeah, I can't wait for the journey.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
man.
that, for 2021, for a majority of people, I would say that it definitely wasn't the greatest of years.
Mm,
And if it was a great year for you, I would love to hear about it. But 2021 definitely, as an overall sense, definitely had a huge kind of darkness or a bad cloud over it in itself. And it's glad that it's ending. And even though we're going into 2022 with sort of same scope as we did from the year previous, we're hoping that it becomes something better. And one thing I do want to say is that I'm hoping
uh-oh.
that our podcast can somewhat make people smile and, like, hopefully
Mm,
give you some bright of a day in relation to it when you happen to be listening, whether you're having a bad day, a bad week, a bad month. This year's definitely been tough, mentally, physically, financially, on a lot of people. Hopefully our podcast can, definitely do something for you.
mm,
um,
absolutely, I agree. We try to show, we want to, obviously, we appreciate the support that the show's been getting so far. And we also want to support our peoples. If anyone's going through it, if we can just entertain as much as we can, that's the job, and we appreciate everyone that's shown us love, shown us support. And I think it's our time to show everybody else that love as well. Whether it be, you know, whether you're listening to us working while you're working, whether you're listening to us while you're working out,
Driving.
or driving, or even while you're behind bars, free glizzy. We Ryan, I'm speaking from the heart
Glizzy,
here, please.
glizzy glizz.
I'm speaking from the heart here, please.
Sorry.
Please grow up.
Sorry.
Grow up. Ugh. Anyway, it's free glizzy. And you know, yeah, just a few people that have supported us. I don't want to name all the names because I don't want people. Well, yeah. So Jasper,
Shout out to
Jasper,
Jasper. You're the
if
homie.
you're listening, Jasper. Obviously, the homie Rhodes, Rhoda, Odelia. Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting somebody important. Who is that? Who am I forgetting? Who am I forgetting? Who am I forgetting? There's a few people. No, there's one person I'm forgetting, and I'm gonna hate myself. Who am I forgetting? Who sent us the email again?
A homegirl Sierra.
Homegirl Sierra.
Yeah.
Sierra.
Shout out to Sierra.
Sierra, thank you for your support. So thank you for your email and the suggestions for topics. That really helped us a lot early in the early days of the
The
show.
homegirl Aaron.
Yes,
Ron.
homegirl Aaron,
Yeah.
Ron, shout out to you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the select few names that have supported us. And shout out to Ryan's girl, Alesha, for, dealing with us hooligans week by week, dealing with our stupidity.
She's
week
definitely
after week after week.
a lot of our kind of media production, a lot of our jokes, the filming
The logo.
happens to come from her. The logo in itself is a huge thing. I know Carlos said already thank you to it, but I do want to take the time to say thank you. You've definitely been a big part of this project in itself. I don't even know if you'll listen to this episode.
Oh boy,
you're actually all in the other room. But thank you. You've definitely been a big part. And everybody, realistically, who's ever listened,
anybody and everybody
liked our
that
Instagram.
Support. Yes.
You've definitely done a huge part in relation to kind of making this podcast what it is as of today. And we're definitely gonna keep going from here.
Yes, it's only the beginning, folks. So strap in and let's go in and destroy this asteroid.
Fucking
all right.
Dart.
Yeah, just dart, baby. Let's do it up. Any recommendations?
You know what? I'm gonna go with a resolution for everybody that happens to be listening. Because I'm gonna try and take it, and I know that I said earlier in the episode that I'm not a huge resolution person myself. But
Brace
in this
yourselves.
case, I used to be a huge reader. I like absolutely love books, still love them. I know Carlos knows I do. Um, I used to read probably 2 hours a day, at least. I would say commuting down to
He
Toronto.
only read comic book, everybody. He only read
Fucking all those hentai fucking comics.
Yeah. Instruction manuals.
Instruction manuals, how to
Yeah.
replace batteries, things like
Yeah.
that, flashlights.
Mm.
No, but out of all seriousness, I think reading is one of the most important things in the world. I'm definitely going to try and go into next year trying to pick up my reading. But for one thing, I would like to kind of give to everybody else is definitely reading is the one thing that's probably changed my personal life very heavily in relation to my views, my morality, things I believe in, all that kind of stuff. I think it's been huge and it's made me a better person as of today. So ending 2021, I definitely don't want to challenge people, but I think that I would like to know or like to at least hear that people are reading more often. I'm going to take it myself to try and read a little bit more than I have been this last year, but definitely one of those things. So that is my recommendation to everybody. Go out, pick up a book, whatever you're interested in. Take 15 minutes, read 10 pages a night, whatever it may be. Get there.
Didn't you say J.K. Rowling was your favorite author? For the record, can you please say that into the microphone?
I read some of those Harry Potter books.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, we got our first cancellation on the blank.
But I definitely read a lot of them due to Emma Watson. I used to be in love with Emma Watson as a youth.
Oh boy.
You're
just
that was one of the reasons why I did it.
You're deflecting. You're deflecting. No, all in all,
give me a recommendation, Carlos.
Not a funny story though. I'm not sure if you heard The Guardian, I think it's a British newspaper. They had on Twitter, they asked who they wanted to nominate person of the year, and Elon Musk was chosen, but people were like, nah, that ain't it, chief. And so they were like, so who do you want to nominate as person of the year and why? And J.K. Rowling won by like I'll like it wasn't even close. Like
That's
she
wild.
destroyed. Yeah. And as soon as they find out that J.K. Rowling got basically won, they deleted the post. So, oh boy.
The Guardian is not a newspaper of the people.
No, it is not. No, it is not. You spineless slip. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to say everybody has their own opinion. Let's learn to, instead of not accepting each other for our opinions, let's learn to accept for one another, regardless of our difference in opinions, to listen to each other, to explain where we're coming from. That's what I want for new 2022 and forward.
Huge.
To talk to each other, to hear where our heads at, why we think the way we think, why do we feel the way we feel. There has to be a lot more of that, or else we're just going to drive ourselves crazy. And then civil war will start. Then, Glizzy will get free from prison and just
dang.
Yeah. And then who knows, the asteroid might come a lot sooner than we thought. Because there could be a difference of opinion back in NASA. What do you mean you don't like J.K. Rowling? I love J.K. Rowling. What are you what? No, she said all those derogatory things about the transsexual. No, she didn't. And plus, what are you talking?
No,
what do you mean?
Didn't.
How are you going to judge all these people about J.K. Rowling? You're wearing a Glizzy Maxwell T-shirt. And yeah. But yeah, that's my recommendation for the young world out there. Talk more, judge less.
So I think before we end it off, Carlos, there's one thing I would like to ask you. And we sort of did talk about in resolutions. But are you excited for the year coming up? I think that that's one thing that a lot of people talk about in relation to like New Year's. Yeah, they have resolutions, they have things they want to do.
Yeah.
Give me your overall perspective about 2022. Like, what do you think about it in full?
I think 2022, and I'm gonna just say this every year, will be our biggest year yet. Yeah, because 2021 was great, but 2022 is gonna be a slam dunk.
I like it.
You know, by Vince Carter in the dunk contest. I think it's gonna be a great one
Huge.
for the show, for our lives, and not for Glizzy Maxwell, because she's gonna rot in prison, then in hell. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one for the show, at least. I mean, big things are gonna happen. Big change. I don't know big changes, but yeah, yes, I will say big changes will happen to the show, in the show, for the show, by the show. And yeah, what about you? Do you think 2022 is going to be your year, Ryan?
This is actually one thing I didn't even want to talk about just until I thought about it right now. But Carlos and I are actually turning the big 3-0.
Cut the camera. Cut the camera. Cut the damn camera. What are you doing? Cut the goddamn camera. What are you doing? What are you doing?
3-0.
Oh boy.
Okay, 30 years old.
Yeah. All right, that asteroid could come anytime now. Anytime now.
Carlos and I have many friends that are above the age of 30 who have already gone through that milestone in itself. And congratulations to everybody who happens to be listening who's above the age of 30. But it's going to be a first that Carlos and I are both going to be going through. I am quite excited for that. A lot of people happen to say that their 30s are usually better than their 20s.
That's what I'm hearing too, and I'm excited for that.
So I think that for Carlos and I, usually, whether we liked our 20s or we didn't, it's definitely in the past as of the year coming up, which is kind of sad, I would say. But the 30s is definitely something that's exciting because I feel like you're a little bit more mature, a little bit more, into your person. You know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know where you are kind of in this world. It's going to be super exciting, I think, for Carlos and I, two young 30-year-olds having a podcast. And for anybody who is already 30 and has gone through this specific milestone, then please let us know how it is. Because I'm definitely going to be having, or at least push for an episode on how does it feel to be 30.
What the hell?
For next year.
My God. So you just want like a report basically on what was it, what you accomplished at the 30?
Oh yeah, I see it, and not to talk too much about the idea, but things like how your finances, your housing, your love life, your haircuts, your style, your preference, however that happens to look.
I'm miserable already just talking, just listening to it.
What changed from 29 to 30 or from 25 to 30 kind of thing, you know what I mean? And I think that's going to be a cool, interesting topic to talk about at least once next year.
Okay, well, yeah.
You can see Carlos is fairly depressed from this topic in itself. Big 3-0.
Oh, darkness, my old friend. I'm gonna be hearing that song every day. I guarantee you that's gonna be my most listened to song of 2022. I don't even want to hear Happy
That's
Birthday.
a great question. What do you think your most listened to song is going to be in 2022?
I don't know. I don't know what's going to come out.
Yeah, I know.
But what's already come out?
If it's something's already come out and you want to bring it as like a mantra or an aura into 2022.
I've been listening to a lot of Michael Jackson lately, so I think it's probably going to be a Michael Jackson song.
You got to give me like The one.
A song?
A song, yeah. And for our listeners who listen to Michael Jackson, they're gonna know exactly what you're talking about. So
Probably. Well, I mean, my favorite right now is probably "Baby Be Mine."
oh,
The Thriller.
huge song.
Yeah, big tune. So, yeah,
Baby Be
that's
Mine.
gonna.
So everyone's
Or "She's Out of My Life," depending how the year goes. She's out of my life. Yeah, I'll be listening to that. I'll probably. Yeah. Yeah. What about you? Is there any songs you're trying to bring into the new year?
Going with Adina Howard, man. I'ma be a freak until the day, till the dawn.
And just like that, you said, yeah, there's no need to hear how your 30s are going.
Man,
Oh,
freaky
geez.
30s, man.
Oh my
I
god.
give it up to everybody
Oh boy.
for free.
You know the song WFM by Realist K?
No, I don't think so.
It's a Toronto artist.
Oh,
It's
really?
yeah, R&B singer. He has a EP, I think. I think you'd like that song.
Oh, dope. I'm gonna go
You
listen
should
to
listen
that.
to that. It's pretty popular on TikTok. Like, but no, I genuinely like all TikTok and Chinese government aside, I genuinely enjoy that song.
So everybody go listen to that. Shout out to Toronto artists.
Toronto, Canada. Yeah. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been The Blank in 2021.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. And then until next year, I'm Carlos.
I'm Ryan.
And this has been 2021's The Blank with Carlos and Ryan. Fill it in. Free Glizzys Maxwell.